Hello. So the weather's been far from perfect this week to spend too much time down at the scariest graveyard known to man. The plan was to be down at the graveyard every day this week and to be doing what I said I was going to be doing, getting to know the local spirits, getting them familiar with myself, trying to get something recorded, possibly some voices, some kind of activity, something, just to kind of break through and to see if the stories of all of the activity that's meant to be going on down there is true or not. It's my job to go down there and find this stuff out. So I got down there a couple of nights, as you know. A few guys were unfortunate enough to see the Instagram live stream, as professional as that was. Actually no, it was quite fun really. So but that's pretty much where it had to come to an end until the apocalypse ends, because we're currently experiencing horrendous weather. It's raining every day now. It's been raining every day, every night, guys, for the last week, pretty much. I mean, I was lucky to get the night that I did. That was like the only night that it wasn't torrential rain. So we'll wait until the weather gets a little bit better, because it is outside, and quite frankly, it's not very nice when you're in minus conditions and you're wet and you're sinking into the dirt, and I don't want to break my new camera, you know. So that's where we're at with that. As soon as the weather's better, I promise I'll be going back down and probably live streaming again. Only this time I think I'll do it on YouTube, or maybe I might do a bit of both. We'll do half the night on YouTube live stream, half the night on Insta, just because I know Instagram's where most people are familiar with us, and we'll just play around and just see what we can get, see if we can get anything at all. If we do, it'll be great. If we don't, we'll just have a little bit of chat as well. So the other reason for this video as well then is to discuss a small clip that I put on Instagram the other day. The reason that I posted this little clip on Instagram was just to show how very basic I am. How very basic I am. To show how very basic my rituals are. That they're not full of fluff. You know, they're not. I mean, don't get us wrong. A lot of people like to do grand, very theatrical, you know, rituals, because that's what works for them. That's what helps them get into the zone of what they're doing. But I just wanted to show how you don't have to necessarily do that. You can just get into your own zone, and you can still have some results, depending on what you're trying to do, of course. So in this video, which I'll play in a second, it's very basic. It's just me at the table. I've got my candles going. I've got a black one and a red one. They're just there for the reasons of the ritual, and also so that you can see any kind of fluctuations in atmosphere, breezes, you know, candles dimming, anything like that. It's good for the ambience as well, because we all know a little bit of ambience. So we've got that there. We've got the singing bowl, which I often use in the middle of the shot, which in this instance I'm using for to signal the start of the ritual, the end of a ritual, and I also use it periodically throughout it, just because it's a nice tone, it gives off a nice frequency, and it attracts what it is that you're trying to invoke at the time. You know, kind of, look at me, this is what I'm doing, come and have a look, see if you like it, sort of thing. So that's what's there now. And then just in shot, we've got a incense tower. Now you'll have seen this on my Instagram posts. I use it all the time for, obviously for burning incense, duh. But I use it all the time. So it looks nice, it's pretty, makes the place smell nice, lovely. So we've got that just in shot. There's no particular reason for it being there, other than I thought it was quite a nice frame for that side of the shot. And I had some stuff burning inside it, so it smelled nice as well. In this invocation, I'm using the well, it's an invocation of it's a gratitude ritual invocation for Lilith, for Our Lady Lilith. Very basic once again, so it was just a gratitude offering. I had various offerings on the go. Now I was using the N for Lilith, the enchanting. The demonic N, for all you that aren't aware of this, is a sentence, phrase that has been given to us by these particular spirits over the years, over the many years that people have been doing this kind of work. It's kind of a calling card, kind of like a way to get into their frequency, so that we can reach out to them, contact them. Kind of like when you're tuning a radio, because our frequency's here, their frequency's probably here. We want to be getting as close as we possibly can to kind of, thin the veil, and then we can get something going on there. So you'll hear me chanting the Lilith's N a number of times. I've cut the video quite a lot. Incidentally, this video was it was a 20-minute video, because that's how long that particular ritual usually takes for me, about 20 minutes to half an hour at most. If it's a really good one, if I'm feeling the energy, if some things are happening, quite often at the end of the ritual I'll sit for another half an hour and just meditate or what have you. So when you're doing this particular ritual, which is very, very basic for me, this is the way that I do it, and it works 9 times out of 10 to whatever desired result you're trying to get. We've simply got basic setup, we've got your intentions written down or sigilized if you work with sigils. I do an awful lot. I'm going to do another video on using sigils, by the way, because a lot of people message me all the time asking how is best to get my intentions in my consciousness so that I can project them. Okay, I'll not go into it. I'll make another video for you guys. I'll put it on there very, very soon. So you've got your setup, you've got your intentions, either sigilized or not. You've got your sigil of the spirit that you're trying to contact so that you can focus on it. You're reciting the N for the particular spirit that you're trying to contact. You're getting yourself into that meditative genosis state, which only comes really at best practice. So you get into that state. Okay. So what you'll see is, so this is about 10 minutes into the ritual, I think it was, and I'm getting into the zone. I'm very relaxed. I'm there, starting to feel the energy. It's coming through nicely. If you've done this kind of work before, you'll know it's night and day when things start to happen. It feels really nice, actually. It's quite comforting when you start to feel the flow of the energy going through. It's quite nice. When I'm gonging me gong and the candles are lovely, the incense is smelling lovely, we're in the zone, we're chanting the N, everything's great, the birds are singing, the flowers are blooming. No, not really, okay. So we're getting on with this, and you may notice at one point in the video, I'll look to the incense tower very slightly. Now I can't remember at the time if it was a noise or if just for some reason something attracted my attention and I looked to it. It's a very slight glance, you'll just see my eyes move to it. Again, can't remember why, it could have been subconscious, don't know. And then I ding the ball very gently, and then you'll see the incense tower move on its own. But nothing else moves. Renish Vyasa Avaj Lilith Lirash. 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 Now I've had some people messaging to say, was it a setup? Did I do this? Did I have someone out of shot moving it? Did I kick the table with my leg or anything like that? Alright, so first of all, guys, why on earth would I waste my time doing that? Why? And do you not think it was a bit subtle, a movement to, if I was setting it up, would I just have it doing that? Like, I would have it flying across the room or some shit? Like, come on. If, you know, ask some serious questions. You know? So no. And I know it's hard for me to make you believe that if you don't, because you've got no reason to trust me, because I'm quite new to YouTube. It's only other guys who's worked with me or people who follow me on Instagram would appreciate how serious I take this shit, you know. But what you may notice is, go back and replay the video as many times as you like. Replay it, zoom in, slow it down, whatever you want to do. I'm more than happy with you to do that. I want to hear your thoughts on it, I really do. I mean, this is what we're here for. I want to tell me what you think. If you think I'm full of BS, put it in the comments. We'll talk about it. Tell me why you do, and we'll work with it from there. So what you may notice is we've got the table, which is very sturdy. And when it moves, nothing else moves. So I'm not moving. The two candles are not moving. Oh no, by the way, guys, the candles are not in a candle holder. It's a shame that the shop doesn't show you that. The way I do it, which is probably a bit of a hazard to be honest, is I get two glass coasters and I literally stick the candles to the glass coasters with their own wax. You just melt the wax on the bottom and stick it down there. I just prefer it like that. Looks nice. It's fine. I haven't set fire to the house yet, so it's working so far. It's good. So if the table was to move, either by something nudging it, by me nudging it or whatever, a little earthquake, something like that, whatever it was, if it was enough to move the incense tower, don't you think the two candles which are just stuck down onto a coaster by their own wax would have moved even slightly? Now again guys, have a look back at the video, freeze frame it, do whatever you want to do. The candles do not move at all. They're on the same table. Now why is that? I don't know. Now I'm not saying that this movement was anything in particular. I'm asking you what you think. Because I didn't notice the movement at all until I came back to trim the video down to make it Instagrammable. And I was just looking at the video and I was like, oh look, we've got some movement here, what's that? What's going on? Hang on, that's interesting. That's as far as I got. And what I want to do is post anything that I find that's interesting, that I might find that's interesting for you, because I want your opinion on it. I want you to criticise maybe the way I do things. I want you to show me better ways to do things, tell me how you do it. And I want to know if you guys have ever experienced anything like this. When you do your work, do you ever get things moving around? Do you ever get knocks and bangs? Do you ever get voices, temperature fluctuations? What do you get? So, the majority of the time you don't get things like that, apart from it all being internal, because obviously it's an invocation, that's what we're doing. But on the odd times where things happen, what are you getting? Let me know in the comments down. I'd love to hear about it. I'm fascinated by other people's work. I love to hear about the things that they're doing, because it's just a really fucking interesting subject, isn't it? So the more information the better. Now, because I want you guys to be with me on this journey from here and onwards to wherever it ends up, I want to be recording the work that I do. I want to be recording the magic kind of work that I do. I want to be recording any hypnosis sessions that we do, any spirit ghost vigils that we do, because I want you to see how the process evolves. I want you to see what we pick up, and I want to get to know you. So at some point I want to get to the stage where we can invite viewers to come and work with us. We can work on stuff together. You know, we can go to these locations, these haunted locations, and we can run around in the dark together. That sounds a bit dodgy, doesn't it? You know what I mean. Right then, so moving forward, what's going on from here? So tomorrow I am getting some brand new shiny copper divining rod thingamajiggies getting delivered. Because I'm going to use them, obviously we're going to try and get some physical interactions going on, since that's what they're doing lately. We're going to use them for when we're on the ghost vigils, and I'm going to use them just when we're doing some rituals as well, because do you know what, I've never seen anybody do any kind of a demonic ritual or anything, any kind of a summoning or anything, and then use anything like these copper rods. You know the sort you would have seen them on these TV shows where they're sitting there and they've got the two copper rods and they basically just say, cross them for yes, point them, open them up for no, those sort of things. I've used them before and they are really good. They are really good if they're used right in the right setting. I think the reason why they're so effective is because they're very easy to manipulate, because you want to be finding things that are easy for a spirit to manipulate. You don't want to be sort of saying, hey, turn my lights on, throw this chair across the room, although some of them can probably do that. It's not the easiest thing in the world, and that's a little bit of a piss take. Sometimes I ask them to do that, so I'm going to do a full-on invocation, and we're going to test this shit out, because we don't know everything that we can do, so the only way we can find out is by testing this stuff out. And you never know, we might be able to use it as a really good means of communication, along with our invocation skills, which can go along with the likes of using your pendulum or anything like that. I mean, quite often I'll use a pendulum during divination, during a ritual, which works really effectively as well. So if that works, what's to say that these divining rods won't work either? Alright, these 8,000 rods, if you want to call them that. So I'm going to grab them tomorrow and we'll have a bit of play around with those. And that's basically it for now. So fingers crossed, I need you all to do something special to stop this god-awful weather, because it's absolutely horrendous. I'm going to be buying a boat soon. If it doesn't stop raining, we could be doing this from a boat in the middle of the Atlantic. I don't even know. I'm talking absolute crap now, but it's wet basically, and I don't like it. I don't want to get hypothermia just yet. It's really hard to do anything anyway when it's wet. Chucking it down with rain and the wind's blowing in. I couldn't possibly do anything serious in the wind and the rain, because it would mess me hair up, and that's not fair, is it? I mean, I can't work in those conditions. Ridiculous. So if you like this sort of thing, let me know. If you don't like this sort of thing, let me know. Either way, if you don't let me know, I don't know whether to do anything different or not. Really chuffed to bits if you have tuned in to watch this. More live streams coming soon, guys. I can't wait to do them, because I absolutely love it when you drop in for a live stream. It's a buzz, it really is, when I see you all drop in and you're talking away to us when I'm in the middle of some stupid scary place talking absolute bollocks to you, and you're just such a warm bunch already. Absolutely buzzing off it, I really am. It's really good. Anyway, so my crystal, not so crystal jade ball tells me that you will like this video and hit the subscribe button. You will also hit the bell notification in the top of your screen, so that you know when my next videos are coming out. Alright you lot, that's just about it from me. Basically because for some stupid reason I chose to do this video sitting on the floor in front of the sofa, even though that's what sofas are for, and my legs have gone dead and I've got pins and needles, so I'm going to have to go and limp off now and try and get some blood flow back in them. Anyway, till next time, can't wait to catch up with yous. Okay, take it easy.